Coach, let's first talk a little bit about the inconsistencies of your baseball team right now, and from an assistant coach's standpoint, why do you think that you see those inconsistencies right now?
Uh, it's kind of eluded us. Early on in the year, you kind of have that excuse where we haven't been outside. Haven't been outside on a game field or even really a practice field other than games since we've started the season. Leading up to the season, we were outside almost every day, and then once the season started, we got all the snow and bad weather. But really, there's really no excuse for it. We've got a lot of new guys. Our entire infield is new. We've made huge improvements on the infield defensively, but they haven't really been in our system. So other than that, we've got a new right fielder as well. We put Teddy Williams out there this year. So we've got Sam Ward, who's a senior in center, who's done a good job anchoring that defense. But the inconsistencies really are coming at the plate when we need them most. We're not getting the big hits. So other than that, it's we've got a lot of older guys in the middle of our lineup that started the year swinging it, and we just really it's hit or miss right now.
It appears, talking to Coach Sack, that you guys one time will get good pitching and not the hitting, or it'll be the fielding's okay and then maybe the hitting's not there, whatever the case may be, just not putting everything together at one time.
That's exactly what it is. Again, we started the year swinging it. We were walking the world and giving up a lot of free bases, and then our pitching kind of found a groove these last couple of weeks, and we're pretty excited about that. But then the offense just kind of went missing. So it's on the older guys at this point. They've got to get it locked in and kind of just right the ship right now, because again, we're already a week into the conference season. We won game one of our conference season and then kind of gave away the next two games. So good teams don't do that. You got to find a way to win. Rough circumstances with having to move the games, despite being the home team on the road. It's kind of a weird situation. But again, good teams find a way to overcome that kind of stuff, and hopefully this weekend will give us a chance to turn that around.
I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Coach Sack, and that is, are you disappointed with your team at this stage, just from the standpoint you expected a lot more at this point?
Yes and no. You don't want to. I'm not disappointed with any of the guys. You're never disappointed with their effort because, again, we have a great group of guys. The effort's always there. A lot of the times, though, it's the maturity, the mental aspect that we kind of just get lazy with. Disappointed with the record for sure. Disappointed at times with our play. But the effort we're not disappointed with. I think our guys are in a good state mentally. We had a really good week of practice. At this point, it's just kind of trying to keep it light, keeping our guys, in it as much as we can, because we know the talent's there. It's just a matter of them finding it and putting it together. So,
what about games that, bottom line is, you're late in the game and you end up losing those? Those got to be awful tough. And what's the mindset of your team when those kind of games happen?
Well, that's kind of been our MO, I guess, the last couple of years, is losing those close games. And we got over that hump again in Game 1 against Transy with the 15-inning, 2-day affair where we found a way to win late. But, they're there mentally, but afterwards it is deflating because we feel like we put in so much work throughout the week and throughout the off season, and to get in that position to win and then continually not find a way to get it done, it is kind of deflating. But again, it's all about getting over that hump and just finding a way to push through that stuff and persevere.
Things get no easier, though, coming up here in the next several games, because you're going to play a couple of the conference favorites. Talk about these two series and what this means and how important it is that you win some of these games.
Yeah, there's no question it's important. We're 1-2 right now in the conference with Franklin and then Manchester these next two weekends, and I believe a midweek game sandwiched in between there. So that's going to be another obstacle, no matter who you're playing during the midweek. With the 6 games on the weekend, which we're playing 3 nines each weekend now, so that's an extra couple innings thrown on there. Your pitching staff and the bullpen there, and then again the 9-inning game in the week. Then you go back and play 3 more nines next weekend against Manchester, who was a game away from the College World Series. Franklin's always obviously near the top of the conference. Manchester is one of the better teams in the country now. So to get a couple of wins here this weekend and have some momentum rolling into the Manchester series would be huge. We stole a game from them last year, played well, and got a walk-off home run from Sam Ward. But if we can get a game or two here this weekend, pick up a win in the midweek, and get rolling into that Manchester series, it would be huge. Again, we've got the talent. Our guys know that they're talented. It's just a matter of getting it all put together at the right time. So.